Hello, welcome back to Once with the Force, the Star Wars podcast. And for once, all three of us are here. And it's not 4 in the morning and we're not tired. Evening, gentlemen. How are you feeling? And are you ready to talk some more Star Wars?
For what Star Wars there is out there, definitely after the rigmarole and adventure that was the early hours of Monday. Yes, ready to go.
Yes, well, I was awake last time, but this time not barely, and I'm actually, not wearing a giant helmet as well to cover all the loose hair that could have been seen with it dragging down that way when it's not gelled in the morning. Yes, rough indeed. But here we all are, 2 days later.
It was worth it, though. And yes, here we all back for a regular episode. The first time in, 6 weeks we've all been here for a regular episode?
I don't think... I mean, it was before Force Friday, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So, no one even knows how bad that went.
And due to work commitments, I won't be here for the next episode either, so this really is an annoyingly rare occurrence.
We will all be back together, don't we? We have the main one, and to be fair, I'd rather us three be on a post-Star Wars trailer one than, a pre-toy selling one, if that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely.
This is true indeed. However, let us just crack on with things and go straight into the news. So, something may have come out the other night that we may have reviewed at the early hours of the morning. Yes, we had the brand new trailer. I mean, they want to call it the first trailer, but come on. That teaser trailer is effectively a trailer. And, it's the second trailer. Yeah, it makes a difference. But it was amazing. And I may have watched it a few dozen more times since then.
I was so happy that they got the 4K version up earlier on. I've watched it on my phone, iPad, computer, laptop, all of them. It's like the 4K, about, right, let's get the TV ready. Let's get Pure Darkness. Let's do this. And obviously it's the exact same trailer, but there was just it was just a bigger screen. And we're all going to watch this IMAX, so let's be honest. It's just getting bigger from here on out, isn't it?
Yeah, just we're literally going up in size with each view. The more devices, the better.
And he's not even talking about the screen size there. Oh dear.
One thing that's decreasing is that my sort of finances. Yes.
Yeah, we'll get onto that in a second. But yes, the trailer has finally dropped. It dropped during Monday Night Football. A very boring game of the Vikes and the Bears, as it wasn't a particularly great game. But the trailer was what I was watching it for. I mean, I'm a huge NFL fan, but I was actually watching it for the trailer this time around, and it was well worth the wait. I mean, we were on at 3 in the morning, Monday morning, something like that, Tuesday morning.
I think by the time we got on, I think it was about 3:10 by the time we got on after we watched the trailer and things. But yeah, it was crazy early. Yeah.
And fan theories already flying around the internet. We've had our own opinions. We've had our own discussions. We'll put a link down below in the description for you to go watch that episode if you haven't seen our special on that. We'll give it a brief once over now with just a brief look at it. But go back, watch our full breakdown. You can watch the trailer with us as well. I count you into it with a timer so you know when to press play, when it finishes, and you can look at all the points we make. So go back, click on the link in the description below. If you're on iTunes or SoundCloud, just go to our YouTube channel. You'll find it there, or again, go to the playlist. You'll find it there. But the trailer, yes, included many new details, included many things that we kind of knew already, but proper full look at the ATM-6s, the TIE silencer, Luke actually seeing him talk for the first time since 1983, Princess Leia or General Organa now, just loads of cool stuff. And it was an absolutely amazing trailer and well worth the wait. And we've now only got 2 months to film.
Yeah, definitely watch our video if you want us to talk more about the trailer, because it was longer than what this episode's probably going to be. I won't lie. But no, it's stunning, and we've had more viewings, we've had more time to think. We've probably read some mental stuff online. For one, the worst thing I've read so far is that Snoke is Anakin's father, which I absolutely pissed myself at, then closed down the internet before I and
I don't like that as a theory, but that is funny.
Yes, exactly. It's always them ones. And you still get the odd nutcase that's like, hey, do you really think Han Solo turned on the lightsaber ignition to kill himself so Kylo could be a spy? And that's that kind of old school, Sean Connery slap around the face you meant to do to someone. It's out. Everything's out. Memes. It's glorious. There's a poster out as well, which we need to discuss. Should we do that now?
Yeah, we'll do that.
I was going to say on the trailer side, I mean, it's out there, and it's massive. I mean, we were talking just before we came on air, YouTube just is almost about to hit the 21 million views since early hours of Monday night, which is just insanity. One day, one of my videos will get to 21 million, and then I can retire to a beach somewhere. It'll be lovely. But yeah, so
you
it's
can retire us all, mate.
yeah, too right. But no, I mean the trailers, as I say, our full views are out there, and you can watch the full video. But I loved it. I've seen it so many more times than the first viewing. It's been pretty much a constant on my phone. Every time I get a few minutes, I'll just watch the trailer. Why not? I find it's a good toilet trailer. Just say
this is very true. And then I just play some Galaxy of Heroes because I've got addicted to that game recently.
Force Arena is still the one. I'm still there.
I love Force Arena. I loved Commander until it just got a bit annoying where I'd lose far too much resource and could never get it back to actually advance the game. Commander, yes, it's a good game, but and then of course now trying Galaxy of Heroes and I'm a little bit addicted.
And then, as I say, we've had that. We had the fun of we left for a few hours after we finished our podcast. I think we finished about 4:30 by the time we got everything shut down.
We were on for a good hour and a half, if about that.
But then it was time for ticket release, and 7:00 was the ticket release time.
Guys, I didn't go back to sleep.
No, I stayed up as well. I just thought it wasn't worth it. But how did everyone's ticket experience go?
Well, I was the one that did go to bed for approximately 2 hours and 15 minutes before the first alarm went off. It's not everybody get woken up to the Order 66 music, but here I did. There's just Disney storming upon my bank balance once more. I went up straight on Facebook, and someone put in a Facebook group I'm in, views tickets are up, and this is 6:50 by the time I'm logged on. So I was like, right, they're just like the Millennium Falcon, get in 10 minutes before, because they're always going to put it up slightly early, just naturally. So I was like, okay, view, wow, you're number 3 in my list of importance. So I'm going to go to the Leicester Square IMAX first, and got on at 5 to 7. And I got 2 tickets for the double bill screening, which we have to talk about, because only £29 to watch The Last Jedi plus The Force Awakens. I thought was bad, but I didn't think it was too bad until I spoke to you guys earlier, and we'll get to that. And I'm a student ticket as well, £29. And so I got them, and then I moved swiftly on to the Birmingham IMAX, which is my kind of local IMAX, not the Leicester Square one, for the Saturday night screening, which I got very easily, £14. So we're already at a £15 difference. So I'm paying more to watch The Force Awakens than I am The Last Jedi. And then everything was beautiful. This was 7 a.m. Then the View website crashed, and I had to stay another 45 minutes awake to book 3 tickets at View, my local cinema for my family. 45 minutes.
You should have gone on the app like I told you to.
The app had crashed. The View's trying to be modern. Like, they do fade in and outs on their website. Like, they're trying to be really hip and down with the kids. It's like with Cinewood, you go in, you say what type of ticket are you, then you get your seats of View. You get a grid. You have to pick the grid. If you want VIPs, you got to press that VIP upgrade button. Then it does more fade in and outs, and it just went kaput. So I got them eventually because it was never going to sell out. It was just the evening screening. But 45 minutes later, I have 3 sets, and then at 11 a.m. I got some more texts of some people. It's like, okay, right, I'm just going to have to book a 4th one, aren't I? Yes.
Phil, how was your experience, sir?
My experience was easy. Logged on at 7 o'clock onto my Odeon app and on the Odeon website. I faffed around for about 10-15 minutes just looking to see if I could find any discount codes or anything, or just had a general look around and booked them, and was done at £15.75 for the double bill at IMAX. That's full price, by the way. There is no discount, no nothing. That was full adult price. I booked 3 tickets. I booked one for my other half, and I booked one for our forever commenter, Serenity, Forever 25 or whatever it's down below, Robin. So I had to book a bunch of them. So yes, but I still only paid £15.75 per ticket for the double bill.
Yeah, I mean, I had probably the worst experience of the 3 of us. I was on the website on the audience site, because it's the only IMAX that's close by to me, for 7 o'clock, and it just gave me the timeout message over and over again. And at first, there wasn't even a selection there for the double bill. All it showed was they had the gallery section tickets. And they're the only ones that were there.
Is that the 3:30 show?
No, it was 9 o'clock still because I'd figured out I figured at that point this is for a double bill, but it was like gallery seats are like £25 to £26. And I was like, nope. Sorry, George. So I kept trying, and again, there was no double bill link. Eventually, Odeon tweeted the link. Excuse me, sorry, not a bit on the weather, guys, but I'm all right. So it's they tweeted out the link, followed that, and they got to the double bill booking. At which point, the Odeon for the Metro Centre where I go to see this crashed completely. They stopped taking online orders. It came up eventually like, nope, we're not taking any online orders. Server's down. So it was 9:30 when I actually got back into the site. A load of tickets had gone, but I managed to get the 3 tickets I wanted for the double bill showing. So we'll all be in that double bill, which will be awesome for us to kind of see both movies come out. And now the double bill, as we're talking about it, was something that we were talking about literally in our trailer review show. That I'd heard a rumor that it was going to be. If you wanted IMAX screening for the Last Jedi midnight showing, you would have to see The Force Awakens beforehand, and turned out to be absolutely true. That was what was going to happen.
But no complaints from us here. We all like The Force Awakens, so yes, we're more than happy to do that.
Definitely.
Are you guys looking forward to that experience of seeing both?
No, not at all. No, of course I am, mate. It's a double Star Wars bill. How can you complain? I was going to watch The Force Awakens that day anyway, so yes. The only thing that does annoy me at the moment, actually, I've got a tiny little round to tap onto the end of this, is the fact that they put it up as Force Awakens: The Last Jedi on some things. On some other things, they put up on Episode 7 and Episode 8, which is what I prefer, because when I have all my Blu-rays and my DVDs in a row, it's Episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then it's The Last Jedi.
It could be worse. You could have a really nice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then you get a really shit steelbook from Zavi that's just faces.
Yes.
No, I do have that. Yes.
That kills me.
Yeah, it's
so
awful
I had to buy
yeah.
the light side and then the dark side covers to get the Star Wars words, and then they fixed it for Rogue One. They got, I think
I do have, yeah.
I think they've do it for the Marvel ones now. They got so much abuse. Yeah. They did it for the Avengers, which was fine because there was
Civil War. They did 4 as well.
And then they thought, you know what? Let's put this in Star Wars. Like, no, it could be worse. I could own all 6 Star Wars steelbooks, which do look beautiful.
Now, speaking of these, I mean, as you were saying with the episode numbers now are less seen, and I think going forward, when you get the films, it'll be like the old days. Yeah, we got Star Wars Empire, Return of the Jedi. I think we'll not see episode numbers on artwork going forward.
No, yeah.
And I think we'll get a release of the original trilogy again, where it will just be Star Wars: The Phantom Menace, Star Wars: Attack of the Clones, Star Wars: Revenge of the Sith, and we won't see episode numbers.
I love the episode and the Roman numerals. But
I think we are going to get we'll be in every crawl without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah.
And then, like your posters in the background to you, that I think we're going to get them like that in the future.
Yeah.
I mean, if they're we know they're doing 9, and judging if you look at our YouTube thumbnails, we're now on episode 19. When I was younger, I knew Roman numerals because of Star Wars, and at the age of 3, there was only 6 Star Wars films. And we're not going to get to 19 like our show. Well, certainly not in my lifetime.
Maybe, yeah.
But unless I am immortal. But it's going to get a point where it's going to look stupid like XIX. Like, no offense, Phil, but this is just going to be like the Super Bowl. Like,
yeah, it will.
Look, episode 49. It'll be like XXIV4, whatever they do.
Wait till you get to something like Super Bowl 39 or 38. So 38 is the worst one I've seen so far, because that's XXXVIII. They do get a bit ridiculous towards the end. Annoyingly, this is a Super Bowl rep for some reason. It went from XLIX to literally the number 50 and then LI for 51. So for 50, they've got it just as the number 50, which really bugs me. But then again, that's just my OCD kicking in right there. But yes, so the tickets came out. They are out now. If you haven't booked them, what the hell are you doing? Stop watching us. Go book them, then come back. Like, seriously, because all the midnight screens are probably sold out by now.
Certainly the ones I think we're going to. I mean, the one I'm going to certainly has gone. So at
the one I was going to, I got in at 7 o'clock on the dot, and some tickets already gone for it. I got them.
Actually, sorry, carry on.
Yeah, no, I got them on the same area. I got them for what was it for episode 7. Literally the exact same spot. Where in Southampton IMAX, there literally is a kind of a bar, and then there's a lower bit, so you have on a gradient, but you literally have no one sitting in front of you. So I managed to get those seats again, which I cannot wait for. Sorry, George.
I actually have a picture for you guys. This is the London Leicester Square IMAX Theatre. This is 8 a.m. English time, and if you look at the screen, it should be there now. That is all you can have if you want your IMAX. I mean, who is going to sit on row A?
I mean, people will on the midnight show, and you will see that'll be packed. But I mean, you're going to miss so much of that movie.
I'm in the middle of row K, which is perfect because it's the right. But when they did the remember the Force Awakens Star Wars Celebration panel.
Yes.
That was streamed at this IMAX, which me and my sister went tickets to, went to, and we went straight to the bottom row because there was a Q&A of Warwick Davis. It was more of a social thing with the screening. So it goes, oh look, Warwick Davis, this is great, this is cool, we're really close. And then the live panel started, and you're looking at like J.J. Abrams, like 100-foot screen, and you're there like, why? Looking up. And then Warwick Davis made the immortal joke that this is what it looks like me looking at TV. But now, I mean, I'm happy I got in at 5 to 7 because I can imagine that could put people going in and out. But I think this is definitely harder to get tickets for this than it has been Rogue One and.
At least your tickets were still cheaper than getting an autograph from Felicity Jones.
I would, of course, I'd rather be phone but what if Felicity Jones was signing in London? Would they add another 100 on?
Probably.
But, at least it's over. We are all suited and booted. Just got to get the hotel sorted, which I think, we've got that sorted basically. Price-wise, so it should be fine. But the main stuff is done. Like, all we now do is wait. There will be no more trailers. I'm not watching any TV spots.
I was going to say I'm avoiding all TV spots because they show too much.
They do, and also it kind of ruins the hype a little bit because they put out so many. You wait, 6 months in between each trailer, and then they put out 5 TV spots in the space of 2 weeks.
I don't like it. I don't watch TV though, so I'm alright. Like the closest thing I get is like YouTube, like skip button. But they'll just put the normal trailer if they're going to do that. So I'll actually watch a 2-minute YouTube advert if that's the case.
Yeah. No, I'd rather wait until. I mean, we've only got 2 months to wait. That's the crazy thing. We've been doing this podcast since January, and we all met last July at Star Wars Celebration. Rogue One hadn't even come out at that point, and yet here we are, only 2 months away from Episode 8.
It's nuts.
Next thing you know, I'm not joking. It'll be Episode 9, and we're talking about wrapping up a trilogy.
Yeah. However, though. In between that, to save us for 2 months, we do have Rebels returning next week.
Oh, are we talking about the poster? Missed the poster. Oh, you're changing my schedule. Sorry.
Right. So I segued right nicely into our next
segment. I'm sorry.
I
totally ruined it. I apologize. You'll have to segue. You do another segue. It'll be fine.
I'll do another segue. It's fine. So yes, to be fair, there is some nice Rebels poster the other day. But speaking of posters, the Episode 8 poster was dropped just before the.
Oh, a hell of a segue, sir. Well done. Well played.
Damn it. Yeah, so the Episode 8 poster did drop. My apologies. It does. Have you guys seen? I think we haven't. I think you
the Darth Vader thing.
The Darth Vader thing, yeah.
I've also seen it. If you turn it upside down and draw the right lines, it's also Jar Jar Binks. I literally saw that like an hour ago. I actually haven't sent it to you yet. But I don't know what to make of it because Star Wars fans will do anything, and that's not a criticism. It's a beautiful thing that Star Wars fans do anything. And when this Vader stuff started, I laughed. But then, like, I saw like Ryan Johnson like retweet it from someone, and I was kind of there like, "This isn't intentional, sir. But please stop." Like, it's cool, but I really don't think it's intentional.
No, the only one they've done that's intentional, which I adore, which is still one of my favourite posters of all time, is the Episode 1 Anakin with the backpack on, and then it's got the shadow of Vader. That for me is one of my all-time favourite Star Wars photos.
Yeah, and it's on the Blu-ray. That's a proper poster though. Like
it is.
You know that's the story. That's the prequel.
Oh yeah, no, it is incredible. It's the one that if I could take one poster to get signed by George Lucas, it would be that one.
I'd get the box set signed. Sorry, I've got
literally just if it was just a poster to get signed, it would be that one. No, for me, if I was getting anything signed, it'd be my VHS. But that's just because that's personal to me. Although to be fair though, you could have him sign your Force Awakens poster.
I was literally about to say that because. It's Star Wars still.
Yeah.
Just get him like, hey George, do what Mark Hamill did, just put not pictures. But Mark Hamill did as a joke because he's not in the poster. Please don't slap me, George Lucas. But no, speaking of George Lucas though, no, it's not relevant. But if you go on YouTube, you've seen a lot of awful bastards recently following him everywhere, trying to get autographs.
Yes.
And I don't want to say he's lost it, but he hasn't. But what he's doing is he's doing the public voice of beautiful thing and shouting them, "Go and get a real job." That was wonderful. I mean, like, you expect Harrison Ford to say that, but for some guy to keep putting a pen in George Lucas' face, is like, I've already told you like 5 times before, get a real job, stop selling my stuff. Is that like, I'll sign?
Or is that because I must have just seen the photo you just sent us?
And speaking of other things, anyway, it's completely off topic, but go watch that video, find it. He goes, I'm going to sign for this person because he's a legitimate Star Wars fan, not for you. And obviously the guy's got his phone out. But yeah. That happened. Speaking of other Star Wars products that George Lucas didn't work on, he hasn't worked on Star Wars Rebels.
No, but he worked with Dave Filoni on Clone Wars, who is the executive producer and head writer of Star Wars Rebels. So, talking of Star Wars Rebels, it returns next week. There you go, my segue in. Yes, no, Star Wars Rebels returns finally next week in a different format this year. They've got double episodes, like 2 episodes per week. A lot of 2-parters this time around. I'm quite interested to see how that will play out. It's a shorter season, but I think maybe because potentially by September next year, we could see the debut of a brand new animated series.
No.
No?
The animated series will come after episode 9. That's my bet. That's my bet. They'll wrap up Rebels beautifully, and I've got a very good feeling they'll wait a couple of years. They'll probably like debut it at Star Wars Celebration for that year, the first episodes.
In 2019,
yeah, you know that kind of stuff. But I think they'll take 2 years off and then come back strong with raw potential show power.
I just can't wait for Rebels to start again. I'm really looking forward to this last series. I think I've said it every time I've talked about it. It's going to be sad to see these characters go.
Indeed.
But I'm excited to see exactly how they're going to...
We didn't review the latest trailer, but they did drop a 1-minute trailer recently talking about Mandalore, and it's a beautiful trailer. I'm looking forward to see what happens with Mandalore. That's an arc that's been discussed many times in Star Wars and the old Legend stuff, but not in canon.
I can't wait. I just want to see most of these guys get their heads chopped off by Darth Vader or something like that. I adore Rebels, but like Rogue One, they all need to die.
Oh, they do. Well, except Hera.
Except Hera and Chopper, but please decapitate the rest.
I completely agree with you on that one. I must admit, I want to see them die. I want to see Kanan and Ezra die specifically, because then it makes sense for episode 4, 5, and 6 going onwards, where he is our only hope, and then there's another being Leia, but no, Luke is the only one. That's how it should be. He's the last. They are the last Jedi at that point.
The darkest death in Rebels is still the Inquisitor beheading the 2 Imperial officers.
Yes,
when he just pulls it back. Disney don't like violence. You had Clone Wars like Asajj Ventress, like force pulling someone with a lightsaber while kissing their body. Like that's versus true. Come on, just get rid of them in a good way and have Darth Vader come out and say, "Yo, I killed Ahsoka. Shut up, fan theories." Just
like have walk out with 2 lightsabers. One of them be Ahsoka's, one of white ones.
But I am excited though, just to see that definitely gets to finish the story. I don't watch much TV. I literally watch weekly South Park, and I can add Rebels back into it now. And yeah, I'm interested. It's like almost the second cross between a Netflix format and this. Like, we want to release all of them at once, but we have to do it weekly. So we'll do 2 a week, and then they're going to do the Christmas wait, and then they'll come back in the second half of next.
Yeah, I mean, I have actually since we last on the regular podcast, I have actually caught up on Forces of Destiny. I've been enjoying that. Actually, it's better than I thought it was going to be. I mean, they are only short stories, and some of them are a bit annoying, but it's actually generally quite good. But no, it's speaking of Rebels, though, I can't wait to see Thrawn back. I can't wait to see. I want to see if he lives actually through the end of it, because we don't know if he survives through to episode 4.
No, I think he's dead. He will be gone at the end of the season. He will embrace with his. At least we're not going to get a giant fart cloud ruining the season finale this time. But speaking of Forces of Destiny, Phil, is this a good segue into an animated show we love to talk about? Well, maybe it's just me. One I despise that's getting a comic book.
This is very true. Yes, no, again, another good segue. I was actually going to do it for Thrawn, actually, but because it's in the same section. But yes, no. Speaking of Force of Destiny, they are getting a new comic book series coming in January. I think IDW are doing that one, not Marvel, if I remember correctly. Because IDW do have a license now for Star Wars, because Marvel are doing so much. I think it is actually, I think yes, IDW who are doing the Force of Destiny. I think they're taking on more of the cartoony side. I think with Force of Destiny, I think they've got something planned for that, whereas Marvel are doing the main storyline pieces. But yes, that comes out in January, towards the end of January. I'll be getting that. Yeah, actually, there's no probably about it. I get all the stuff. I have far too many. My bank account keeps just going down and down and down and down. I mean, at the moment, I currently have showing up. What is it? Windu, Phasma, Star Wars, Poe Dameron, Darth Vader. I think that's all the regular series ones. Oh, and Dr. Aphra as well. So you've got 6 turning up every single month.
Quickly, I did forget to write this in the schedule. Sorry, guys. The one bit of news which there was, which I've forgotten to write in, Dave Prowse, as we all know, is Darth Vader. As of last week, we knew he was retiring in January 2018. No more public appearances, stuff like that. And he was going to finish out with his last few conventions of the year. They made a statement after, I think, Comic Con last week, where he left early, that I will not be appearing at any more conventions due to health, long distance traveling. So it's, but in what they're doing, rather than just him retire on the spot, they're putting together something in December, on Saturday, December 16th, I think, called Dave Price Empire Day. It's going to be run by the guys that do Showmasters. It's I think an airfield near his home. I forgot the name of the area.
Felton.
But it's going to be his sort of retirement convention, which I think is wonderful. He has been doing cons for decades. If you go to a convention, he's that guarantee that Dave Prowse, is always going to be there. Even when I met a couple of stars ago before, they said, "Oh yeah, it was Dave here," and they knew he was. So it's quite sad in the sense that he's not going to be there when you're at cons. Even though I don't meet him every time, it's like that presence that he's always there has always been awesome. But I mean, at the end of the day, I don't think I've ever seen someone go to as many conventions as him.
No, it's not. It wasn't a surprise to us. We saw the post throughout the year about him retiring and the health concerns. So massive respect and congratulations on a great career from all of us here at Ones of the Force. And hopefully one, if not all of us, will make it to that con. I would like to go to meet Dave Prowse. I didn't actually get a chance to meet him, so I might try and do that to get my VHS signed along with Mark Hamill. So I've got Luke and Vader on there, but we shall see. But yes, so that's that bit of news. Yes, we forgot to put that in. But speaking of Darth Vader, however, Thrawn is getting a sequel book called Thrawn Alliances, and Darth Vader is set to appear in that book.
I still haven't read Thrawn.
I still haven't read Thrawn either. We will do our review.
I enjoyed it. I'm someone that I'll read a bit of a book and I won't read it for 6 months, but I know exactly where I left off. And I was enjoying it. I think I was on some of the Governor Price stuff, but at the end of the day, I won't lie. I don't think I'm that much of a Star Wars book person, unless it's the encyclopedia / Bible that comes out at the end of the year.
I've finished the book, and if you don't hurry up, I'll just review it anyway. But no, it's I'm quite looking forward to seeing where we go with the Thrawn novel. And I'm quite interested to see whereabouts, if they're bringing in Vader to the storyline, whereabouts in the timeline it's going to enter. Are they going to set that? Is that going to be an after Rebels thing, during Rebels? It's going to be really interesting to see where they let him show up in this, because it's full on canon. As to where this all lies. That's the bit I'm really interested in the book, to see where in the story it is. I think it's going to be really interesting, the placement of that.
Indeed. It's a book that I will be getting. I will be reading through eventually. I'm currently finishing up Empire's End, which is the last of the Aftermath trilogy. At the same time, that's an actual book form on my phone as an iBook. I'm currently reading and finishing up Smuggler's Run, and then I've just got Princess Leia of Alderaan to read as well. George, what the hell are you laughing at?
I've just seen a fucking amazing video Paul meme, and I'm trying not to cry.
Language.
I'm sorry, I can't send it to you because it's loud.
We'll see it after, yeah. But yes, I mean, it's going to be, there's stuff coming, there's apologies for any break in this audio while we lose our hosts. So to see Vader coming into the next Thrawn book, it's just going to be really interesting to see how that plays off. If that's something that they're against each other or they are allies in this, there's bound to be something to play where one is trying to get above the other. Probably Thrawn trying anything and trying to oust Vader and make himself the Emperor's sole guy. But yeah, so I can't wait for it to come out again and say I finished the first one, book I really enjoyed.
Indeed. I will read the first one, or I'll just get the comic adaptation and read that. Either way, we will read it. We'll get it reviewed. We promise. George is a slow reader. I'm reading multiple books, and David read it. So that's
I just sit here playing Battlefront 2, like, wow. When that
we will get to the canteen and talk about that later.
My issue with Star Wars books is the same as it always will be. Like, I've always been a book reader since I was a little kid. When I started reading a book, I can fly. Like, I think I did last year. I did like the Harry Potter set. I did them in like so many years. I did all 7 in the space of a month. My issue with Star Wars books is that, to me, Star Wars is a visual format. That's why I was reading the comics when they first came out. So I've obviously watched the TV, the films. I struggle to read it because, to me, it's so visual. I don't want to read a description of a really cool hangout. I want to see. So I've always had that issue. But that's the thing. With Thrawn, because I know the premise, I know the characters, that's been easier. I just really, in the nicest possible way, haven't gone back to it yet because, one, cannot be bothered. But I will get to it eventually. But do you know what I mean, though? I don't think I'm the only one that says that. I've seen some other people say it online before. But, like, it's visually such an impact that it's so hard to go from that to pages.
No, for me, I love the book so much. I love the background. I can visualize it. It's fine.
To be honest, the Thrawn book really helped with having seen Rebels. Thrawn being in Rebels helped me to get through that book more because of the way the visual you had that visual of the character. So that really helped. I think had I not had that, I think it would have been a tougher read. But because I can see that character when I'm going through the story, that makes it so much easier for me to get through it. But yeah, so again, we're kind of padding out. There's not a great deal of news to kind of go through. The trailer was sort of the big thing. But we do have quite a lot of toys, really. Our toy shelf is stacked, and not with pops like George's, but there's quite a few things coming up. There are pops coming, of course.
Yeah, we'll let George handle the pops. Manage to sneak them in there somehow. But first up, we have the new Black Series wave, which has been announced. So you have DJ, the unknown character from episode 8 that Benicio del Toro is playing. We have Dengar, Lando in Skiff. You've got so in his Skiff outfit, Forlorn and Rey with Hood. I haven't seen any of these yet. I will be getting Forlorn just because I love evil robots. And Dengar will probably get, but DJ's the interesting one because I'm waiting to see what his character is and what he does. And the interesting thing we didn't talk about on Monday night, but we
in the trailer.
No, not even that. Canto Bite wasn't even in the trailer.
Oh, but that's just the location though. Like, we've seen it in the behind the scenes reel stuff like that. I wasn't too like, we know it's basically it's the cantina for rich people and a casino. Like, that's going to be cool when we see in the film, but.
Yeah,
with Benicio del Toro, like, I absolutely adore him as an actor. I love him in everything he's in. And when they announced him for this, I was buzzing. And I love the fact that we've got his name. We have a pop. We have a toy.
We have a photo of his costume.
We have a photo. Minor details. And no visuals, which is great because I think he's going to be one of my favorite things about this. Like, heading into the unknown territory of the film. Like, I can't wait to see what he does. And it's cool, and clearly he's important because if you look at, I forgot her name from Jurassic Park. It's playing Vice Admiral Holder or whatever it is, the purple hair one. I think she's in Hunger Games. Laura Dern.
Yes.
Her character, we know what she is from her name. She's had no merch at all except I think one Lego minifigure.
No, not even that. As far as I know.
No, there is one. There's a Lego minifigure in, and I can't remember which set it is, but there is certainly that is the only merchandise out there at the moment.
But I think if they're pushing a character on the merchandise, a bit like Snoke. Snoke was technically first seen in this week's trailer, but he had a lot of merch on Force Friday. DJ's getting that, which to me means he's going to be more important than we think. And I just can't wait for that.
I mean, what I'll give this new Black Series wave, they're moving to a digital paint for the figures.
And the digital face sculpt as well. Which
the difference in quality.
So much improved.
If you get to see the Lando Skiff Guard paint, it is so spot on to Billy D. It really is an excellent figure. And I think the more they're going into why they haven't been using the 3D modeling more than they have.
Sorry, I forgot to say on this announcement, sorry to interrupt you there, Dave. They've announced the pricing for Captain Rex at MCM Comic Con in London in October, which I will be getting. And he is $25.99, so actually cheaper than a regular Black Series figure. Work that one out.
Yeah, it's. I mean, You'll be bringing back 2 of those.
But I will. No, I will pick you up one.
Because it's awesome. It'll go alongside some others that I've got. But I think that looks like a great figure as well. And I think he's one of the early ones they're using this digital sculpt and paint with as well. And I'm just thinking that the quality that of these, hopefully, with this digital procedure, will start to pick up again and not become something more for the collectors. And not just toys they're pushing out like this started to do with the Black Series, where the quality just dropped off and off and off.
No, I think they'll have it more so as the collectors, whereas the 3.75 inch will be for more for kids and more for. Although it will be for collectors, it's the less detailed line. But speaking of the 3.75 inches, I will let Dave, our 3.75 inch man, handle the new 3.75 inch releases.
So I mean, we've had a few new figures of the wave released. I don't know if we didn't get mentioned in the thing, but I was actually in Pound World the other day. This lovely one, George Jonas and Luke Skywalker there. But Pound World are actually for £3 if you want them. We're offering some of the Rogue One figures, some like K2SO, Jane, some really great figures. Kanan in Stormtrooper outfit for £3. Picked up a load of those, picked like 7 figures, which is like £21. Normally you get 2 of those for. But the 3 3/4 inch figures, getting Maz. Who else are we getting on there? Phasma Finn double pack coming out. There's some really good figures coming out again, yeah.
What we've seen, have you guys seen the marketing? Do you remember the pilot Eloatzi from the last film?
Yes. Yeah.
The horse face guy.
Yes. So he died in that film. He died in that film.
He did.
What they've done for this one, I think it was on display at San Diego, like his costume. They basically brought him back, and there's oh no, he's just another one.
It was his brother.
It's got a different name, this one, but he's being released as a figure for the new film. Maybe they'll kill him and then bring his triplet back in the next one.
Barry is the next one, I believe. Barry Atzi. He's just a guy. He doesn't want to fly. But yeah, it's crazy that they can do that with characters. Like, we've got these masks. We built loads of them. What should we do? Oh, we'll just name him something else.
Lemming Squadron Pilot.
I want the Finn and Phasma double pack so much more after seeing that trailer, because it's Finn in the Imperial costume with his
the First Order costume, yeah,
and Phasma with her pike. I can't.
Yeah, I mean, this whole Finn Rose First Order mission, and they haven't teased like small details about it. Especially was it the behind the scenes sizzle reel? We saw the door opening with Finn and Rose.
Both of them, yeah.
I mean, it's that's one of the plot lines to me. I'm really interested to see how that pans out. I think I'm actually more interested to see that than I am the Rey Kylo storyline. Not as just was an interesting subplot as to where they're going to go with the Finn character, because of course Rey and Poe and Kylo are going to be pushed as the main guys for the main, because of the Jedi and Sith, and Poe being like the leader of the Resistance. To see what they do with Finn and where his character goes from now on. Of course, we now know, of course, he wakes up from his coma, but what happens with him, that's something that's interesting to me, and see where he fits into this galaxy.
I think Finn is going to fight his boss.
Well, yes.
But no, I know what you mean. Finn's a character that it's never been done. Like, with Rey, that she's going to have to pick. She's going to be a good guy. She's going to be a bad guy. Summed up, not like, Poe Dameron, he's the captain, good guy. Finn is, okay, he's a bad guy turned good, that's happened, but we've never had that sort of personal story with the guy like, I don't want Disney, well, I'm not this, I'm going to switch sides in the opening scene, let alone later.
Yeah.
I think Finn is of the 3 protagonists actually has the best character. I love Rey, but she's the stereotypical hero, and I can't wait to see what they do with that.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with Finn.
But Finn is just this. Oh, it's just so interesting. Like one day there'll be some uni essay on someone's written on him or some that kind of nonsense. But yeah, I'm excited to see what they do with Rose as well, because she's new. She didn't come in the trailer again, but we obviously there's merch of her. There's the picture we all know about her. Yeah. So I'm excited to see. I think she's.
And of course, we know of her sister, who's a resistance gunner. But
yeah, I think we all know what's going to happen to the sister that's not been mentioned.
We can all guess. We all theorize. But
she's getting blown to smithereens by a First Order person.
Spoiler alert! Probably happening. Yes.
Rose is going to be there like my sister. No. I'm going to fight the bad guys. That's there's nothing wrong with that, but if they'd have never said she had a sister, like at least when the film starts, like, oh, she has a sister. I can't wait for this death scene. But no, at the end of the day, it's pretty cool. I like what they're doing. I like the fact we're getting new characters.
Or maybe even so she be captured or something. That's what their behind the scenes mission is, to go and get her back or something. I don't know.
But speaking of disguises, the next bit of news is about everyone's beloved Pop Funkos. They've announced a new Rose.
How much did you spend this month, George?
I can think about that, or I can just pretend that.
Yeah, we'll just. It's fine.
I think it was more I had a bad weekend, and that included the Poe Dameron helmet and the cinema tickets more than anything.
Right, on the helmet, before we get into the pops, just on a note, George wore his in our Monday night episode. I've seen Dave do his unboxing review, and it's got to the point now that when I go to con, if they have it, I will be picking one up.
I'm just gonna rock up to like London at midnight. Like, I can't hear out these things properly, but you know what? I'll watch it at midnight. No, I can't do that. Someone's gonna mug me on the tube thinking I'm something else. Yes, Pops. We're getting Rose. It's gonna go on sale in January. It's an exclusive of the Speciality series, which means it's on sale everywhere. You're not missing out. You can put £10 on Forbidden Planet, and it's Rose in the First Order uniform. The only thing I care about with this is that I have a spreadsheet at home with all the numbers of the Pops I don't have, and I've got numbers that haven't been released, and there's quite a few gaps between 205 and 220. So it's like, aha, 205, another gap filled with who I know it is to buy. Wow, Star Wars, you're ruining my life. And speaking of other gaps that needed to get filled, number 215 has been announced. It's Kylo Ren.
I will be getting that.
Kylo Ren is the Vader one. I've got the Vader one. The Vader one's awesome.
How much was yours? Just out of curiosity.
35. It's there everywhere. It's a rip-off. And my TIE Pilot was 22. And, you know.
No, my heart can't take that.
The good thing is, Kylo on the TIE Silencer, he's £10 cheaper than his granddaddy. He's £25. The only thing that's really aggravated me is that on the box it says Kylo Ren, brackets on TIE Fighter. And I'm literally there like, this is not a TIE Fighter. This is a TIE Silencer. And that was announced. I mean, I knew this pop was coming. It was leaked. Not the design, just the fact that Kylo on TIE Fighter was leaked ages ago. The words that it was on someone's database because all these hackers, them damn Pop Funko hackers, they knew it was going to go on sale. They basically announced it and then put it for pre-orders in the morning. The trailer came out. Very clever, because one of my favorite parts of the trailer was the TIE Silencer. And that's going to go on sale in November for anyone that cares. But that does look like one of the better ones.
To be fair, on the subject of the TIE Silencer, I know you usually handle it in games, but for Star Wars X-Wing Miniatures game, they are releasing the TIE Silencer along with the bomber. I covered that in the last episode I did, but I can now theorize that it'll probably be out in January because of last year they announced the TIE Striker and something else from Rogue One, trying what it was. The U-Wing, that was it. And they supposed to be out in November towards December, and they ended up being out in January. And knowing FFG, they'll probably release it in January. So for anyone who wants those, yeah.
And it's pre-order DLC for Battlefront 2. Pre-order Battlefront 2, which are meant if you don't. Not only do you get new costumes of Rey and not Poe, Rey and Kylo, you also get the Episode 8 Millennium Falcon. Don't think it's the new trilogy Millennium Falcon rather than just the old one. And you get the TIE Silencer, which is just going to be absolutely stunning. I can't wait to do spinning because that's a really good trick. But no, more on Battlefront later. But there's a lot for us. Next up, Saphiro, who did the amazing BB-8, who then did weathered BB-8 because they shortly ran out of ideas, who then did R2-D2 because they thought, damn, let's just release another one that's
BB-9E.
Cool. BB-9E, you know, all right, we've done BB-8, we've done BB-8 weathered, let's just get black BB-8 out of the way. What do they do a month later? Well, we'll mix black BB-8 with black white R2-D2, and we'll finally release R2-Q5 as a Saphiro model, which I think is awesome. Considering that Q5 is a droid that wasn't in the films, it was cut famously from Return of the Jedi, which also means, could this appear in the Han Solo film? I don't know.
Probably not. I think that
probably not. It's just like, listen, we need to do another
because I can. Well, no, you mean Astromech.
Sorry, of course.
However, if they could do that, I want them to do BT1 from the Darth Vader and Dr. Aphra comics because BT1 and 000 are my favourite characters from those series. Like
I will not rest until I have the Astromech from Jabba's Palace, where it's being tortured and its legs wiggle
Yes,
until it burns.
I love that one.
The question remains at the age of 21 is that how does one torture a droid's feet? I will never ever know.
No,
I mean, the best thing about the Sphere is obviously we've got this R2 model. We could paint it differently. They did change nothing else about it. Literally, it's exactly the same model with a different paint job. I mean, there's not a button, not a dial. Nothing is different other than the color. So it's wise on their part that people will buy 2 of these things.
Only 5 weeks after the last one came out.
Yeah.
They've gone from, well, we've done 1 this year, 2015. They did 1 in 2016. Let's drop 3 in 2017.
Maybe hopefully they'll do R5D4 with a blow motivator.
They'll probably do the Resistance BB unit next.
To be fair, I love the look of that design in terms of the pop I've seen, but we've not seen the actual droid yet. I can't wait to see that. I think it looks so cool. It looks very, very different. Although you've got the standard BB ball, the actual dome looks very different. I can't wait to see that. I mean, we've had this discussion in the past of where they're going with the design of the Star Wars universe, and if this is the route they're going down, I genuinely can't wait to see it.
It could be a good. They're going to do all of them, aren't they? There's a couple more films to bring out. I'm sure next thing you know, they'll be bringing out like Sphero C-3PO, and with miniature Anthony Daniels to do every voice you need him to do too.
Just follows you around,
just like Anthony Daniels on loudspeaker. Next up, God, there's a lot of toys. Lego. Well, we've got 2. Actually, I'll do the big one first. The Lego Millennium Falcon. This is kind of thanks to you, Dave. Actually, that I know about this. As we know, it's been released for VIP members. It was due to go back on sale on October the 1st, and it didn't go on sale on October the 1st. They actually released a statement basically saying, "Sorry, guys, we sold too many to our VIP members. We didn't think it would be this popular. Come back soon when it's in stock." That's literally their paragraph on the legoshop.com. I literally read it like, did they not think this would sell out? Are they absolutely mental? Like, they would have known they could have not met the October deadline inside the allocation they had for VIP members. But so that's been delayed. There's no ETA yet. I'm going to assume November or December to get out of the film. So that's that. But the other thing is, there are these horrible little designs called Lego Brickheads. I despise these. If you haven't seen them, they started them this year. I think they did.
I've seen it for the Marvel ones. I'm not.
Yeah, so they did Marvel. Yeah. Then they did Beauty and the Beast. Then they've done. Basically, is it Lego kind of trying to do their own version of Pop Funkos or something? Like, basically,
yeah, in a roundabout way. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like because Lego minifigures is such an amazing thing to buy. Lego think people would actually want to spend more money to build your own minifigure-ish thing, which looks absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. It's like they were probably called Lego Technics back in the day, but do you know you'll know the figures I mean, the ones you build that look exactly like the characters they're supposed to anyway. The Lego kits, I can't remember what they're called.
Lego Technics. These. Them ones. Lego Technics?
Yeah, I must admit, I hate those with a passion. I think they're. I hate the design.
I hate the modern ones. I hate the new ones where they're like 40 quid. You clip them. There's no actual Lego skill in it.
That's the new ones with like. I saw the Chirrut and Bays ones.
Yeah, they're disgusting.
Yeah, they're disgusting. I cannot stand them.
The faces. Have you ever seen iRobot? The faces look like that. Like the face just like clips onto.
The only one I would be tempted is if they did one of that with K2SO, because it would look.
The speeder bike looks cool, but I would rather not have... Well, I didn't buy them anyway.
But... I'd rather spend that money trying to get my hands on the Black Series speeder bike and Scout.
I used to have that.
Cool looking set.
Yeah. It's the problem with Lego is they're not running out of ideas. I think it was on the news recently. They made a loss for the first time in like 20 years or something mental like that. These Brickheads are an awful idea, but now, of course, they're going to do Star Wars ones, aren't they? Because they need that extra bit of money from them.
Unfortunately, they've already announced it.
They're horrible. They've already announced them. There was a New York Comic Con Boba Fett exclusive with Han Solo and Carbonite. They went on sale there. I care so little. I haven't even checked what the eBay selling prices of it.
50
and then,
hopefully.
Oh god, it'll probably be like add 2 zeros. It'll be Lego price, won't it?
Yeah.
And then they said other Star Wars coming soon, and there was a shadow, and there was 4 black shadows. They accidentally put on their Lego store the Finn and Phasma ones. And the other one you can tell from the black tie images that one's Kylo Ren, which obviously means that the 4th one's going to be very, let's be honest.
Yeah.
These look awful. I know the price of a pop.
Yeah. I can see those being discounted to £6, if not £4.
I've never seen someone buy one at work. I've never seen people in other shops pick them up. Like, oh my god, look at this! I really want this. People just want Legos. They don't want the other stuff. A brickhead's like you try and have a window decoration that's just crap. The
only one that works is there's a third-party company that do one very similar. They do it for Pokemon, and it looks really cool because it actually pixelates like the games. But that's the only way it works for me. These new brickheads for Lego for Star Wars, I won't be buying those. I can guarantee that. The only thing that's Lego that's Star Wars, which I can guarantee I'll be buying, which I haven't ordered yet, but I will do, is the Lego Advent Calendar. I know Dave's got one. I think George, have you got one coming?
The what? Sorry.
The Lego Advent Calendar.
No, I bought one a couple of years ago. It's just it's 30 quid. It's cool, but then it's
I'll get it, but I only get it for the minifigures. I can't
they get discounted at the start of December, so it's always worth the wait.
Yeah. And speaking from really ugly figures, we have two beautiful figures coming out. Hot Toys, as always, produce beautiful pieces, and they're bringing out a Poor Dameron, and also a holiday special coloured Boba Fett. So just to the animated version, if you haven't seen the holiday special, you should. It's hilarious. Not all because it's funny, but they had the first showing of Boba Fett.
I couldn't make my way through it. I tried.
But yeah, the animated section in the middle of it, where they have the cartoon where they introduce Boba Fett, is a really cool little section. It's only about 5 minutes, but it's really cool. And they've done the Hot Toys Boba Fett figure, and they've just done that paint on him and the weapon that he has in that cartoon as well. And it looks as stunning as Hot Toys always do. The detail that they get on some of these figures is just unreal.
Poe looks the best. That's not because I have a man crush on him. It's because... Of
course you don't. We know you do.
Poe Dameron is just the coolest guy in Star Wars history. Like, Lando's up there. But when Poe came in Episode 7, like, no one's touching that. His black X-Wing. The Poe's cool. Like I said, we always say, if we had the money to get one of them, who would you get? And everyone's always going to say Episode 6, Luke. I think we'd all maybe say that.
No, for me, it's the Vader.
Oh, really?
Well, yeah. I love Vader. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do want Episode 6 Luke, but they did the Mythos Vader, and that for me...
Oh, that one.
Yeah, that's my...
No, I meant it's in the Hot Toys ones, not like any figure.
Oh, right. Yeah, Episode 6 Luke.
Yeah. And it's like, Poe's like the question mark, like, could it really go there? He's a cool guy. He's a cool dude. I can't wait. I bought his helmet. It's not enough.
It's not. We need more.
But yeah, that is the toy shelf. Is that our longest segment? I don't know.
I think so for toys, yeah.
It's a lot. I mean, Force Warriors come out, but they're still going to take your money. It doesn't matter if you're past that. The film's not out yet. They're going to take more. Then when the film comes out, I guarantee within a week, they'll announce all the spoilery pops. They'll announce all the spoilery Legos. And then it'll be like, haha, look, you thought it was over now. And this year, you can't even say it gets quiet between May and September because the Han Solo film's coming out.
It's just not going to stop. It won't cease now. There'll always be somebody else is coming. So here's the new batch of stuff. And you're right. You'll get everything like, oh, here's the stuff we can show you now. And here's the stuff we had ready for the spoilers in it.
And Dave, here are your divorce papers because you've spent too much.
Don't. She might hear. She won't watch this, but she might hear this. And then, it's fine.
Sure, get some ideas. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been 20 years that only £650 for a Lego, and it's just game over, man. Game over. To quote the more
only. I was laughing when you were reading announcing the postpone on the Falcon, just to watch Dave's face just drop.
On the upside, I will be ready to buy it once it comes out again. I'll actually have the money all set aside ready.
You'll just have to be there earlier than you were to get your Star Wars tickets to get it before.
I know, yeah, too right. I'll have it this time. Next time it comes out. But yeah, so I mean, we're moving on from Toy Shelf onto something also fun to play.
Games. Yes, something that I will be pre-ordering soon and will be getting my roundup ready to play. Something that George has been playing, so we'll let George kind of take the forefront on this one.
A week ago today, the beta for Battlefront 2 came out. There was a lot of stressful times, a lot of abusive tweets sent to PlayStation because EA decided to tell them that don't give the Battlefront beta out to people that pre-ordered the game. Although it says if you pre-ordered, you get it. Only give it to the PS Store people. I don't think any of them anticipated the abuse they'd get. They fixed it 3 hours after it was meant to come out. But I've played this non-stop for a week now. The Battlefront, but there's 3 game modes. There's Galactic Assault, which is the assault on the Palace. There is Starfight Assault, which is original trilogy sort of space battle, similar to the old Battlefront game. And there is a strike, like an 8-on-8 or something like that, where it's an objective-based game, a bit like Capture the Flag. It is stunning to play. The graphics, the gameplay. I mean, anyone that had problems with the last Battlefront game, if they played it, they'd be okay. Most of these have gone. The balancing is a lot better. My issue so far is the heroes that before. I mean, it's wonderful that you have to be good at the game to become them, because I always get to become them without sounding too arrogant. I don't like the fact it would randomly spawn to people who were awful, who would then do nothing and hide with them. Whereas now it's going to the people who have earned their right to play as them. The issue now is that the balancing is completely wrong with the heroes, that they're too easy to kill. Like, for example, in the last game, if I was Darth Vader, if I walked into a room with 6 rebels, I would kill all 6 rebels by just literally deflecting bullets at them, like Rogue One. Literally like Rogue One. And now, like, I think I was playing as Rey, and it's really cool, and you're Rey, you run into battle, you get shot by like 5 battle droids, you're dead. I know it's the beta, so hopefully they sort it, but the health on the heroes ain't right. Like Darth Maul.
That's the point of a beta, though. That is the whole point of a beta.
Precisely, and that's the thing to test it. Like, I know they're trying to differentiate this year. Like Darth Maul's got a lightsaber, and he's
actually,
obviously...
sorry, as a question, because you've been playing the Battlefront beta, do any of your achievements from the beta go through to the actual game that comes out November 17th?
No, however, if you've played the beta, then you get open some crates to start the game, dependent on how much you played the beta and stuff like that. Which makes sense, because in all honesty, that people would be like level 50 by now if it was just 7 days on 3 maps. But I'm glad they're not doing that, because it makes the release day a bit funner to do different maps as well.
Indeed.
Like one of the issues I have, for example, is like Darth Maul. He's overpowered as hell, which is awesome. He's a thug. He's awesome. They've got the voice of why do I always forget his name?
Princess Seraphinowitz?
No, Clone Wars and Rebels.
Oh,
Sam Witwer. That's the one. So
I always get him and Matt Lawton confused.
They've added all the voices from Rebels and, well, technically more Clone Wars.
I must admit, one of the heroes I'm hoping they announce will be Fulcrum Ahsoka.
We're probably not going to get that. I don't think we're going to get any Rebels.
No, but that would be really cool to see.
Not over some people, though. Do you know, it depends. I want them to get the right people first. But with, like, Maul's great, but you can't deflect bullets. He has a lightsaber, but you can't, because they want him to be too powerful that he can take more health. And, like, I get why they're doing that, but it's stupid. At the end of the day, people play differently. And I don't want, if I'm going to have a lightsaber, I want to be, like, efficient with it and, you know, deflect bullets, because that's what they do. That's why they're cool. Whereas this, like, everyone just shoots you and bombs the shit out of you, and Maul's good. But it doesn't work, so hopefully they address some of this in the beta. The ones with blasters have all honestly been better than the ones with lightsabers. Whereas last time, the lightsabers were maybe too OP, but that's what they are, they're a lightsaber.
I think my favourite hero to play with them, the first one, was Krennic.
I loved Krennic, because you've got the dark side R2C5, is that? No. The black droid that was cut from the film.
Yeah.
That was OP. His armor-piercing round was amazing.
That's what I loved. It was horrific.
And I think they want to try and tame stuff like that. But, like, for example, I had Rey, and her mind control trick doesn't really work. It just more or less just stuns them. She can see through walls, which is cool. And then you get her little force stab when she runs, and it just doesn't work on the game, like, because they're all shooting you while you're stabbing them with it. I don't know. I've adored this beta, but there are some issues. Like, I think everything else is perfect. The battle droids are wonderful to players. The guns, everything relevant to the right eras. Even the voice, they've got Donald Gleason as Hux for sort of telling you what to do when you're playing as First Order guys.
Nice.
They've absolutely.
I can't wait. I must admit, I can't wait to play the story mode.
Same.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to this game a lot. I've loved watching the beta, but I haven't been able to play it, unfortunately. But I cannot wait to get this game. And of course, they've now announced Darth Vader for it with a brand new trailer today.
Yeah, we saw Darth Vader fighting on Death Star 2, and we also saw just a bit of him. He's got some of the same traits as the last game, same like people Han Solo, do deflect. He has something new, like a rage mode, where I guess it's basically that Rogue One scene. But the big thing this year is that with Vader, I loved, so that a jet trooper would just fly at you and you just force straight them in midair. And it's like capital punishment for everyone around you just to see that one guy that thought he could jump at him. That used to be like my pride and joy of playing as Darth Vader, was just catching them in midair.
Yeah.
Whereas like this year, everyone in a certain region gets force choked. So like Maul does it, he picks them, chokes them, throws them. There's a really funny YouTube video where a guy literally force chokes, flies across and smacks it off the back of like a window. Like, it's quite funny and realistic. But the Battlefront beta has been everything I've wanted it to be, and I can't wait for that to continue with the full game, which is coming out in just Over a month now.
Yeah,
I will be
November
getting
17th, yeah.
I'll be getting 17th for some people. If you pre-order the Stormtrooper Deluxe Edition, then you will get it on the 14th.
Yeah.
Pre-order it from shop2.com and you'll get it on the 13th. Trust me.
Yeah.
So I shall get it in just over a month. I can't wait. No one's going to hear from me for a while. But
Well, no, they will,
Battlefront 2.
because we were doing a couple of videos together on that, hopefully. But we'll work that out in the meantime, announce it on a future episode or on our Facebook page. Don't forget to go and check that out and like it, or follow us on Twitter. And then finally, George, we'll let you talk about a certain Lego piece that Dave will now cry about.
Yeah, so a couple of weeks ago, the Lego Millennium Falcon came out, and I was very, very lucky to get one literally before the Lego site crashed and it sold out for eternity. There's never going to make any more. It was all a trap. It took, and I haven't bought a Lego since January when I was on a bit of a Rogue One hype. And before Rogue One, I hadn't bought any Legos in about 10 years. And I always known about the collector series. We've been following this, been talking about on the channel. I was very excited. 7,500 pieces, blah, blah, blah. I've seen videos. This took 34 hours to build. This took a week. This took this. And it took me 9 days in different, obviously different settings, not all at once, to build this. I got through like 11 films in the background. 5 of which were Star Wars, as you could guess. Actually, speaking of that, I'm going to say I watched Star Wars in the most amazing order. I did episode 5, episode 6, episode 7, episode 3, and then episode 4. All sandwiched between films like Dark Knight, Fanboys, Beauty and the Beast. It was a very, very
amazing film.
Fanboys is amazing, and it was just a very weird but fun way of doing stuff in the background. But I worked out that I think with 10 films, about 2 hours each, that was 20 plus a lot of music. I think this took me about 24, 25 hours total. And when I say like it's big, I built the D'Agostini Millennium Falcon, which is cool. But I'm not going to lie.
It's a 172 scale, if I remember correctly?
144.
144.
Even I think it's not as... That's not as good as the Lego Millennium Falcon. Like, yes, it's smooth and that, but it took it. I think it's because I got to do one over 9 days and it was over 2 years. You kind of, it's cool, but it's not 9 days of your life with everyone at work saying, "How is it going? Can I see pictures? Let me see the updates." Whereas I don't know, there's just something magical about building it, and it wasn't easy. That was the other thing. You literally start like a skeleton frame, and there's like 17. I don't want to like ruin it for Dave, but there are 17 stages to I thought, no, there's 17 bags. That can't be right, because like the Krennic reveal had like 6 bags, and that took like two sittings to get through. And then I was like, 17, this ain't right, this ain't right. Opened the box, went through all this. Stage 1 had like 7 bags. So really, you're looking actually 17 stages, but there's probably about 100 bags put inside 4 boxes inside a gigantic box. The instruction manual has an FAQ, interviews, everything. I can't describe. There's never going to be a better Lego building experience, if that's a real thing.
Unless they do a 144 scale full-on Death Star, like actual.
No, but the problem with the Death Star is that it would just be like sort of grey pieces. Like I mean, to be fair, a 144 scale, like that's never going to happen, is it?
No, 144 scale Death Star 2, where you have like all the gantries and all the rest of it exposed.
I think it's because it was the Falcon. Like it was like, oh look, we're building the holochess table. This is really cool. Oh look, we're building the doors. Oh look, that little gunner that comes down in episode 4. It was, everything about it was fun, and I think it's because it was the ship it was on as well. Like I would absolutely adore something, but part of me is sitting like, do I just go and buy like a Poe Dameron X-wing now? But I'm just trying not to spend my money on more Lego.
Yeah.
Like, the good thing is you get reward points back.
And
if you haven't even
like 30 quid worth of points for buying.
I got 30 quid, so I'm going to save up to get the Boba Fett Slave 1 collector series.
Get
so
that from my personal enjoyment for this is watching you just look at your bank account and just crying.
that was like, no, because I mean, I said it on the trailer video, but my Star Wars issues this week was Friday. New York Comic Con pops are meant to go on sale. There's obviously 6 Star Wars ones, 4 actually got released. The other 2 are probably going to be at Comic Con, I think. I went up on Friday morning like I did for San Diego Comic Con, and the pops weren't on Forbidden Planet. They were on Pop Culture, but I didn't want to risk the Boba Fett Save 1 pop was like 42 quid, and it was like 25 on Forbidden Planet. Anyway, they didn't go up on Friday, and it was like 3 o'clock. I said, all right, I've given up. Because I had money put aside this month to get the New York Comic Con pops. was like, right, I'm just going to get a load of other ones which I've been seeing that I'm after. So I got that order done in the day, and I was like, right, that's this month done. Then they get a phone call with my friend at 3:30. They're on Forbidden Planet, and I was leaving for work at 4, and the website crashed. Forbidden Planet again. There's dramas. My friend Marco, who is a hero, picked up the 4. I said, just get me the Boba Fett slave one. I'm not going to need the others. I'll be able to get the others. Don't worry. Just get me the Boba Fett. And then he's like, Dengar's here too. I was like, you know what? Just put them all in the basket. So that was Friday. So that was Friday afternoon. It was like I ended up spending. Well, I'm trying to be quiet because family around. I ended up buying. I was meant to spend 50 quid on pops, and by that afternoon, I spent 120 quid on pops.
Wow!
I got home from work. I got all settled up and snuggled in bed, and then I saw the Poe Dameron helmet had arrived on Amazon.com. So there was another setback. I was like, right, this is really me done. I'm gonna have to sacrifice something for this month. This is it. This is nope, done, dusted. Then I was sitting there at work on Sunday on a till, and ding, the Last Jedi trailer comes tomorrow. I was like, buzz in, get in, ding. The Last Jedi tickets go on sale tomorrow, and I just kind of sat there like, right then, hello NatWest, what can you do for me? No, to be fair, it's not drained me as much. All it's meant is just I've had to move a couple of things around of what I wanted to buy for over months. It's not been as bad as it could have been. However, I didn't intend to spend this much, as well as having a convention to go to in, what, a week or two? I can't remember.
It's 2 weeks.
2 weeks, and then a big one in December, which is where the money's going to go as well. But thank you, Disney, as usual, for making me poor.
It's all good. It's fun to spend on this stuff.
And you get a return if you get desperate. That's the other thing.
There is an upside to it that, yeah, most stuff does have some sell-on value when you decide you need it. But yeah, so that Star Wars, that Millennium Falcon is insane. It's a thing of absolute beauty. The picture you put up when it was all, we got pictures of George who's building it, but the final thing just looks incredible. And it's something I can't wait to actually own. The build, like George was saying, that is something that's what appeals to me more. I can't wait to get people to build it.
I want one. I might get one in the future, but it costs nearly as much as my car. So no. For me, I do a lot of things I spend money on, and partly it's my RAM for my laptop because I have an Epic graphics card, Epic sound card. I've got a ridiculously good processor. The only thing I'm missing is the RAM, and I'm getting that next week so that I can get Battlefront 2 installed. I've done it specifically for Battlefront 2, so I am spending money on Star Wars, but I'm doing it in more carefully.
Well, that's what I did with the telly, and then the pops came after. Damn it. It's all EA's fault. No, with the Falcon, literally, it's been built. I found somewhere for it to go. It's safe next to my other Millennium Falcon, which took me 6 months to get room for it. And it's technically, but basically it's under my bed. That sounds very weird, but the bed I have, it works as a sort of good underneath displaying stuff, not like the usual kind of you lift up a sort of.
Yeah, you chuck your other filthy habit to put your filthy habit in.
It's not that. It's literally like it's too weird to explain, but it's bloody safe and secure. If someone rolls my house, they ain't finding it. That's the other thing. Yeah. But anyway, the issue.
Except us, we know where it is. I can't afford one, so
some things I have, I'd love to display. Like I've got the Poe helmet, the Kylo helmet, and a load of other stuff up there above me now. They're things I want to display. The Millennium Falcon, I would absolutely adore to display.
I'm waiting. I will be buying at some point. The one thing I'm going to save up and buy for a display piece myself is the Darth Vader on the Tantive. I want that. That's for me what I really want for my collection.
My issue with the Millennium Falcon is that when I got the Rogue One Legos, I displayed them for a good year, and the dust was just too much. That's why I put them away. I don't have the time to.
They need to be in a sealed cabinet.
The thing is, you ain't going to get a cabinet this many.
For that size, yeah.
And it's got to be a coffee table. I don't have room for a coffee table. I don't need one. So where it is now is safe.
Yeah.
And there's obviously everywhere you get dust, but this is one thing where you're going once a month. You can literally almost get one of them weird French feather things, do the top, and it'd be done because that's how little dust is where it is now. So the main thing I've got is, to me, it was spent for the build for them 9 days more so than the aftermath of displaying it.
Definitely.
Also, it came with 2 Lego Porgs and not a single Lego Luke or R2. Let that sink in.
But Porgs are good, and you smiled when the Porgs came on the
I
trailer.
smiled. Do you know what? My dad laughed, and then I literally was just turned and looked in like Kylo Ren just to Han Solo in Episode 7.
Indeed, indeed. But yeah, that's about it for this evening, I think, though, isn't it?
Yeah, that is everything.
That's yeah, absolutely. I'm dying to death here, mate. So yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, that's it for this evening. So don't forget to like us on Facebook, comment on our threads, find us and follow us on Twitter, subscribe to the YouTube channel. You can download this on iTunes and SoundCloud. Yeah, just let us know your comments and thoughts, and we will always reply and we'll always post them in here. But for now, we've been Ones of Force, and the Force will be with you. Good night.